What is going on, everybody? It's time for me to participate in my own tournament. I'm pumped up. We're going to be going live here probably in about 5 or 6 minutes. Slayer will obviously be setting up his stream. For those of you who haven't seen the pinned comment yet, I know so many of you are enjoying this tournament. I see it. I'm feeling it too. It's part of what's getting me going and doing all the things I'm doing here, setting up stream overlays and hosting these shows that I didn't even realize I'd be doing, but they are so much fun. I'm so glad so many of you had these great ideas, infamous these great ideas. And I appreciate all those positive comments and feedback. And what I'm going to ask you to do, is I'm going to ask you to make an extra step here. Go and subscribe to everyone that's competing. Every time you see a competitor who you didn't already know, who you're not already subscribed to, and you're like, that person's a heck of a player at this game, go and subscribe to them, because it feels good, right? It's nice. And two, and I think more importantly, is it lets them know, like, hey, you competed in that tournament. I was really entertained. Thank you for doing that. And that's what's going to make them want to keep coming back, competing in these tournaments, because it does take time. It does take time, right? Slayer, I'm not sure exactly what time zone he's in, but the man's gotten home from work. He's doing his things. And now at 8:30, 11:30 at night, somewhere in there, he's going to take time to do this stream with me. We're putting on a great show. I could not be more excited to go head-to-head with Slayer here. And an absolutely amazing player. Amazing player. So in the streamed, in the pinned comments there, Slayer is there, and then DLL. Hopefully you know DLL by now too. Go to his channel, keep up mine, keep up the stream, keep up Slayer's stream, watch whichever one you want. And then if you want to see the side-by-side as it happens and have commentary by Kabam DLL and Kabam Janick, go to that, watch that. It's going to be really fun. And then I think they will be joining me, or I'll be joining them, or Slayer. We'll figure that out for a post-match interview. It should be a lot of fun. And yeah, let's not spoil these other matchups, because we just finished one about an hour ago. Oh boy. Oh man. I mean, that's how good the competitors in this tournament are. Plus there's a lot of RNG, right? Just in the draft, who you get, who the deck gives you, and then the AI of that opponent when you're in the matchup itself. Oh man, but it was on fire. It was on fire. Thank you so much for so many people being here. Kick Rocks, Pity Lobster, Scaro, Judah, Felga knows what is up, my friend. Fel, I'm actually streaming late enough where you get to see me. This is awesome. It's awesome to actually have you here for a stream. No one is on call with me. That's part of the rules. You are not allowed to have any help. Chat, if you want to help me, that's fine. Probably I'm not going to be interacting with the chat too much tonight. I think I'm going to be pretty, I'm going to be focused. You're going to see a focused version of me. We'll see if I can do that. I don't know if I can. We'll see what happens. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have fun. And you got to realize, I don't know if I'm technically in-game friends with Slayer. I should check that. This is an important part of the friendly process here. There's my old alt Vega. That was fun. Emulates nerds. Oh, there's Natalie. She won one of the giveaways last year. I remember that. That was cool. Channel members O's Fan and OG Highline. PPG, what's up, dude? My old buddy Pure Gonzo, Roxas, Sire. There's Slayer. So we'll let him get set up. We're not supposed to actually start for another 2 minutes. I should probably check out my deck. For those who don't know, I spent the latter part of the weekend, mainly Sunday. Yeah, I was fine on Saturday actually. Sunday I was like recovering from what I didn't know ended up being COVID, and Monday and Tuesday was just out. It was everything I could do to get these streams going, and Dayquilled it up. Today I feel pretty good though. There's no excuses for today. El Chino, when's the next tournament? It's happening right now, my friend. Oh, are you just asking for the second one? You know what? This is taking up so much time, dude. Because I would have said, we'll take a week off and then we'll just start the next one right away. This is taking up so much time, but it's worth it. I'm not complaining. In fact, I want to make it clear, I am absolutely loving this. It has taken up so much time, though. I think I'll see. I'll talk to the competitors. I'm already making a strong list for people to be added to the second tournament. In fact, there's one right there, Ghost Dog, who's hosting his own tournament. Ghost Dog, you want to link that in the chat? Please do. I was watching the draft show they had last night. It was awesome. It was really cool. They're doing some great stuff, great graphics. It looks like they got Moose involved in making a tournament trophy, which honestly sounds like a heck of an idea. I might be contacting Moose myself because I really like that idea. And then And then so we'll see. I'll have to talk to everyone. We might take a full month off because it looks like we're going to be finishing this in like the middle to early November. And then with the holiday season coming around, a lot of the players in these tournaments are like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 war players, which means that takes up a significant amount of time. I don't think there's any major content being released at that point, but like even right now with 8.1, people want to finish that and do this. So we'll have to see. But the fact of the matter is there will be a tournament 2. And if the support continues for Tournament 2 and Tournament 1 like it has been, there'll be a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6. This is going places. We're having fun. Did I get your Discord tag in video last night? No, I didn't. In fact, it was weird, man. I'll wait till Slayer sends the thing. I was going to check my deck, but you know what? I'm sure my deck's fine. Ghost Dog, I actually looked for you on the CC. You're in the CCP, aren't you, man? I could swear that we've like chatted in there, or I've seen you in there, and I couldn't find you. Now, part of that's probably because I'm an old man and I don't know how to work technology. Oh, sorry. I did not know that. Did not mean to bring that up. My bad. Send me a friend request if you can, my friend. And I apologize. I hope you know I had literally no clue. I'm assuming you just left out of your own volition. So we'll just leave it at that. But if, like I said, if you don't mind, link the, here, I'm going to make you a mod. You're not a modder, so you can't link. Link at least your draft show, so that way people know how to find it. A lot of really cool people in there. I think Taters was in there, Jason Jabari Gaming. Speaking of Jason Jabari Gaming, there he is right there. He's in it, Lefty Knox, a lot of folks, a lot of voices and personalities that you will know. We need a Vega members tournament eventually. OG Highline, my friend, you should have joined. Nerd and Egatron set up a whole server one. There's like 50 or 40 some odd people in it. They did a heck of a job. I actually need to get my matchup in, I don't know, sometime this week. I'm feeling better, so I can actually do this now. Would that be part of a tournament sometime? But I think my roster is too small. Yeah, the thing is, one of the things that we're finding, or I feel like we're finding out, is, it's like a lot of things in this game where I think once you reach a certain threshold, roster doesn't matter. I think at some point, though, it's just really tough for a smaller roster to keep up with a highly skilled player who also has a massive roster. So I think it's like some formula, like a lot of things in this game, right? It's how much time are you spending on it? How much money have you put into it? And then some form of luck, right? And however that mixture is, whatever that exact recipe is, it spits out, your end result, something like that. So I think that's tough. Adam, thanks, my friend. What's up, Yusafa? Thank you so much, my friend. I like Slayer, but tonight I want to beat him. There he is. Invite when I'm ready. All right, buddy, let's do this. Thanks for doing that. I was just kind of vamping, doing a little vamping, a little chit-chatting, as they say. All right. So we did confirm that myself and Slayer are in-game friends. How do I do this? Maybe I do it from here? No. Invite friendlies. Apparently, you invite people from a friendly match at the place where it says invite friendlies. In case anyone didn't know that. All right. I will try to interact. Probably not too much, guys. I'm going to do my best to kind of just focus in on this. Slayer is an insanely good player, right? In fact, I feel like he and I kind of, I don't know if we started our channels around the same time, but I feel like there was a bit of like coming out, I'll say around, no, shockingly, the time of Cosmic Ghost Rider. I think just as an exciting champion, and obviously Slayer covered him so exceptionally well. So I kind of got to know him a little bit with that and realized like how skilled he is at the game. So, all right, let's go ahead and look through this. I think for this matchup, I'm going to stick with my typical bans. I don't love seeing that Electro. And I think I'm going to ban Elsa because I'm assuming... I love the symbiote in there. I'm assuming he's running Recoil. And so I'd like to just remove that Elsa. I do not have a ton of mutants in my deck. Just the way my deck is set up. I do not have a ton of mutants. So I don't want to run into that issue where he's placed it and then I know I'm just going to get degen to death. All right, this is a fantastic start for me, getting two of my top favorite two-way champions. Hopefully you've seen my videos on that. Is specifically tied into this current meta. Friendlies are going to be that bulwark meta. I know my boy Slayer. Slayer knows how to play Spider-Ham. Slayer knows how to play Spider-Ham. That is a fact. That is a fact. I'm going to go Scorpion and Kingpin. I'd like to get a tech champion to handle his APOC. Gallon can substitute as a no matter what attacker for me. That's not an issue. And Hercules. I gotta tell you, Slayer's deck and who he's picking is not who I am used to. He's got a lot of champions I'm very unsure on here. Obviously, I used to fight on iHulk a lot in AQ. I know how to fight Spider-Ham because I often get sent to him with my Shang-Chi in War. I'm borderline at a loss on some of this, though. That Electro is going to be a pain. I'm going to take damage almost no matter what. See, this is what I was saying. If we remember early on in this... Oh, man, I did not expect him to do that. That's going to be a nice match for him. That's a smart call. Curious to see if he changes it. There we go. I'm going to bring in my Nick Fury and hope my Fury can take down. That looks like a rank 4 iHulk. So I'm going to... like I said, I like my dual threats. I like that flexibility. I win ugly. This is not going to be a beauty contest. Do not expect this to look pretty. This is going to be ugly. These matches are going to take a while, and that's how I play it. We're like the 85 Bears. We're like the 85 Bears. Here we go. Haven't been able to play much. Got to remember the meta. And my hope is just to finish him off before he gets a chance to go mortal. Does not look like that's going to happen. That was a total mishit. I got very lucky. I got very lucky that I didn't get punished for that. And... I can't think of what the percentile is on this disorient, but we'll see if maybe it can cause our friend Hulk to not even go into his second life. I do need him to throw a special. Probably should have baited that out beforehand. So that took a while. If I get this win, it will be because it was ugly. Let's see. Like I said, if I get the win, it'll be because it was ugly. Let's see. Might be happening. Might be happening. I did lose a little health there. I don't recall where that health would have come off. Slayer was using APOC. So we got the win there. That's a tough fight for him. That's a tough fight. That Korg is a SIG 200 rank 3 Korg. I'm playing with the... I have a good sized weapon at my disposal here, folks. Like let's not beat around the bush. Let's not hide the ball, as they say. Okay, Korg, break up of Infamous coming and taking credit, and you deserve that credit. You deserve that credit. It was on your stream where I got that. All right. So now I should be talking less and I should be thinking more. It's the story of my life. Story of my life. I do not like this. I'm intentionally not looking at the chat because I'm sure you all are telling me who I should have picked there. No, you weren't. All right, I appreciate it. So Slayer is an excellent Spider-Ham. He actually did a great guide on him. He and I also seemed to get interested in Spider-Ham around the same time, and his guide was fantastic on it. I learned a lot on it, and it was helpful to me in my Spider-Ham journey. I'm going to be throwing the SP once here, see if I can reduce the ability accuracy a little bit and just get this fight over as quickly as I possibly can, knowing I'm going to take some damage. Okay, I thought he was running recoil, and now that I see it, I'm going to try to use it against him as much as possible. Let that poison do its thing, and let recoil do what it does. There we go, buddy. Throw that special. All right, so that's a pretty quick fight. That's a pretty quick fight. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Whenever I see Black Widow Deadly Origin, though, it's Brian Grant that calls her Black Widow deodorant, right? I think I need to credit him because I think that is hilarious. Black Widow deodorant. And Rintra is just a tough fight. Rintra is a tough fight. Rintra is, again, there's a reason why I had her, Rintra. I don't know, maybe. Had him as one of my top dual threats. I'm going to update the scoreboard. If I forget to do it later, you'll please forgive me. Thanks for cheering me on. Make sure you all are cheering on Slayer. Make sure you all are cheering him on too. This man is in here putting on a show for us. Putting on a show. I appreciate him so much. Slayer, but you're probably not, look, he's doing all the work. He came over to my stream. Shows you what a gentleman this guy is and what a true competitor. Let's give him a minute in case he wants to make any deck changes or something like that. In fact, if anyone's in his stream, I hope you all are, at least listening or watching. If you could type to him saying like, hey, Vega, saying like, take your time. Take your time. And I'll send over the invite. Everyone in this tournament, the way we currently have it set up is you are allowed 2 deck changes and 2 mastery changes per like overall full match. You're allowed to do that. We don't want too many because we are interested in putting on a good show, a good product. And I think it's like baseball where the pitcher takes too long. We don't want any that sort of gamesmanship. That's boring. No one enjoys it. All right. So now that we're pretty sure he's running recoil, he may have done a deck swap. I'm not sure. We will definitely still be getting rid of that Elsa. I still think get rid of Torch. I'm less concerned about Archangel now, though. Actually I want to test this out here. No, you know what? You got a plan. You stick with your plan. You stick with your plan unless it stops working. If this doesn't work, if something comes back to bite me, I will try to get rid of that Clairvoyant. She's a bit of a thorn in my side. Okay, two of my favorite two-ways. It's hard to say. Scorpion is good. We confirmed that in the last stream. It was confirmed he is good. 80% of poll participants agreed that Scorpion is good. He's going to pick that Black Widow. Yeah, she is a thorn in my side. She really handles a part of how my deck is set up. I am getting phenomenal, outrageous drafts here. Moon Knight. I love it. I'm wearing my Moon Knight inspired shirt because I knew I was going up against Slayer tonight. I knew I was doing that, so I wanted to be prepared. We're gonna go with Doom. And Kingpin is very tempting, but I don't have attack. And in case he pulls a troublesome mutant here at the end, I'd like to have my Omega Sentinel. Speaking of troublesome mutants. Oh, but he knows I don't know how to fight those champions. I have literally no clue how to do that. And I didn't get my Binky. My Binky is gallant on fighting that Darkhawk. So we'll see what we can do here with our boyhood. We'll see. He loves me. I love that. I love that about Slayer. He's a good enough player. He can pull that kind of stuff off, but I love that he's having fun. It's a game. He's having fun. May have done a little too much talking and built myself a hole, dug myself a little bit of a hole here. No, he's going back with that option. He feel okay. Ooh, he's really messing with me here. I believe, if I remember correctly, Scorpion's SP1 is 5 hits. I believe it is 5. I had this matchup not that long ago. Does get a little tricky managing things rock stacks, because obviously with this node, you cannot hit his block a certain amount of times to try to save you, to get him to throw his specials. But we're going to keep this simple. This is what I was talking about on the last stream. There's me already forgetting how to count. So try not to forget how to count. It is bad in this game. Okay. Managed the rock stacks a lot better that time. Let's see if it pays off. Come on, thingy. I really do think Rintro will probably still win this for me. But that should have been a lot better. That should have been a lot better. That should have been significantly better. Yeah. Rintro is a tough fight. He's putting those neutralizes on you, and then he's putting on those ruptures. It is... that's evidence of what I'm talking about with my two ways. That's what I'm talking about with my two ways. So, all right, let's bring out the Fury, the Fire and the Fury, the Darkhawk. This may go horribly. Oh, I love seeing him use this Cosmic Ghost Rider. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, Natalie. Hey, Adam. What's up, Pity Lobster? What's up, Jack? Max, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here, my friend. Wait, what happened? Oh, okay. Man, the visual on that is, it is a thing. That is... Whoa, whoa, hey, what was that? Okay. I don't know if I'm invisible or not, but I guess it doesn't really matter. That felt pretty good. There was a weird moment where Hood was like, want to throw a medium. I'm backing up. And no, I'm not blocking. And you just got to let the Hood do what the Hood's going to do, right? It's like Michael Jordan. You couldn't stop Michael Jordan. You just hope to contain him. And that's how I often feel when I'm using Hood is I'm not really in control. I just got to trust the Hood. The man's got brilliantly white sneakers. I don't know how he keeps them so clean. So obviously I have no idea what Hood was doing there. Didn't feel like I made him do that, but it worked out. It looks like we're going to be A-okay with this meta. Cutie, you're the cutie. You stop it. You stop it. I would say get out of here, but I don't want you to think I'm serious. Thank you so much for being here. Karate Mike, did you do the whole stream today, dude? This guy was knocking it out of the park from second one. In my time zone, it's 10 o'clock exactly. And I think the man went all day. Karate Mike. Amazing. I would tell you to go subscribe, but it feels a bit silly right now for me to tell you to subscribe to Karate Mike's channel. He's an awesome human being. He's an awesome human being. Helped me out from like day one. Didn't even really know who the heck I was and was being nice to me. I really appreciate it. We won that one as well. There's something I want to say, but I'm not going to say it yet. I'm a big believer. I watch Legacy's videos. I watch Legacy's videos very well. And in one of his latest videos, Legacy taught me, you don't count your chickens before they hatch because it might not be a chicken and the egg. It might be just yolk. And so I'm not going to say what I'm going to say afterwards, though. Please remind me to say the thing that's on my mind. In fact, I'll just say it now after all that. Slayer and I are playing with different sized weapons here. It's very clear. I think he is putting on a phenomenal show, given out the size of the account he's got here and the one I do. So I really appreciate it. He's putting on an amazing showing, given all that. And I actually did not know. I just know him as this outrageously, insanely good player. So I really appreciate him being on stream here with us tonight. What's up with the visual bug not showing visible? I was reminded of that. In fact, BMG and DLL almost didn't go tonight because of it. I'm not privy to exactly their conversation on it, but I believe some of it probably entailed, look, at the end of the day, we don't know if this is going to be fixed by the end of the week. We need our matches done by the end of the week. Okay, if it ain't broke, you don't fix it. So we're going to stick with the exact same bans. I am still tempted to not ban Archangel, but again, if it's not broken, why try to fix it? So we're going to stick with this. We're going to stick with those three. He gets rid of Rintra, who's a problem. Rintra's a menace. Karate Mike's been letting us know that since day one. So that should not be a surprise. I think we're going to go with Doom and Omega Sentinel again. If any troublesome mutants come up, she's there. I know she's not the best defender. She's a decent one. He finally gets a Nick Fury, so his draft is finally a little bit better. He was not having fantastic luck here. It is really difficult for me to pass up a chance at drawing my own Nick Fury, but Gallon is too good to not get. And Domino will be my Fury attacker if it comes to that. So let's see. I'd like to get another lockdown defender. I'd like to get a Killmonger or a Korg. Those are kind of my lockdowns. Hey, speaking of Killmonger, the guy shows up. I mean, you can rely on Killmonger. You can rely on that guy. In the movies, it didn't seem like it, but in this game, you can. So we're going to take him. And Man-Thing. Man-Thing is a monster on defense. That's an R3 Man-Thing. Oh, but he got his Spider-Ham. He got his Spidey. That Mordo, if he's listening to me, if he knows me, he would pick that Mordo because it'd be a problem. Rintra. Oh, okay. I got my Korg. I have to pick Korg. I have to. I think it's like a law. All right. Should focus up. we're gonna go. We're gonna start off with what I call my skilled defense. My skilled defense here. I feel like the three horsemen with skill. I usually place Fury as well, but we won't be doing that because I don't have him. And hopefully I put on a decent little showing here of Domino. I know I talked her up as a dual threat. She is absolutely a dual threat for me. I use her offensively for this particular matchup all the time, or those skill champions you shrug, right? Like your Mole Mans, your Kingpins, that sort of thing. And then she's obviously a nuisance on defense when you can place her. So just got to kind of manage Fury here and his... it didn't mean to do that. That wasn't smart. One thing I've also learned, I learned this from Campo. I've been throwing my SP1s in this meta. They seem significantly less likely to trigger the indestructible. Oh, did not mean to block that. My thumb stuck. Sticky thumbs. All right. You know what? I shouldn't have shortened that. I wanted to push him to his SP2 with that. Let's see if we can get him to his SP2. Oh man. Come on, Nick, die. There we go. And throw it. Throw your special. What? Dude. The left side of my screen strikes again. It is what it is. Left side of my screen. Those of you who've caught my streams as of late know that that's been an issue. I did buy a new iPhone today. It will be delivered late October, early November. I'm very happy about that. The old sticky thumbs. Yeah. Just my left arm absolutely kills me. I think that's going back somewhere. Thanks for the best of luck wish there, Scooby Man. Look at that. Going up against a SIG 200 rank 3 Cork. That is awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, no, I had it. That felt like everything felt good. Just my thumb, the screen, and the servers did not communicate well with each other. It happens. It happens. You blocked up. Yeah, that's what was really weird. And it felt similar to the. It actually did feel a little bit similar to what happened with Hood earlier. In that, like, it was like the phone was just not registering anything. It wasn't like it just registered I should block. It just didn't register anything I wanted it to. So, you know, what are you going to do? Let's use Killmonger on attack. See if we can bleed this guy down. Use the poison from the recoil tree on him. Slayer's going to do some beautiful things with that Spider-Ham versus Doctor Doom. I think I can still take my time a little bit, because there's a little RNG that's involved there with Spider-Ham getting those porker poppers on the defender. They're not on crits, if I don't believe. If they're on crits, that's really nice for me. But I think it's an increased chance when the defender's stunned. So we'll see. All right, bait that special. Yeah, there's a delay on the left side of my screen. That was fun. I just kind of want to get this over with so that I don't have any more chances to have the left side of my screen just be like, you're not paying us, boss, we're on strike. Got to refresh the app. Yeah. Yeah, if you know, I'll do that for the fourth round. That's a good idea, Mike. It's happening more and more on this phone. This phone's not that old. It's 4 years old. Like Apple's actually given me like almost $200 for it as a trade-in. So it's not that old. Hammy can get 4 to 5 poppers before Jim reaches his SP1. XLR8 would know. You know your ham. I know you know your ham. Adam, there will be no fourth round. There might not be. We'll see. We'll see what if my Doom holds up. And I think we're going to be all right because I'm going to be able to place, if I remember correctly, I think I'm going to be able to place my Man Thing. I don't recall him having a great option for it. That's the thing with running recoil, is it's really tough on your defenders. It really is. I would imagine it's hard to punch up too when you're facing defenders like this, right? Like my deck is truly built for this, right? For playing high tier war and for Loki, attackers and defenders, and then lo and behold, they're good in Battlegrounds, to the surprise of no one. Yeah, I think we'll still go Man Thing. That Black Widow deodorant might smack him around. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Accelerate, your Gallon in your hand. Yeah, Gallon. The thing is I'm like a little kid. I'm like a little kid whose parents took him to an ice cream store on Christmas morning and for some reason gave him alcohol. When it comes to playing Gallon, I just get so giddy and excited that like I hit the block one time too many. I always do it. Always. Like I'm going to try really hard not to here, but I almost guarantee you I do. Oh, where's Gallon's planets? That is not okay. That is not okay. And now I'm getting hit. Yeah, parrying is not easy. Why didn't Planetary Harvest trigger? That was not what I was expecting. And it shouldn't have triggered now. What is going on? What is... If someone in the chat feels confident enough to explain what the H just happened, I would really appreciate it. Like the whole thing. Like that whole interaction. I was at 90. You know what, Mike? I wonder if there was like a silent fix. Because no, I just don't know what I'm talking about. Forget it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Michael. So that's Gallon. You can play that badly and it still works out. But who took Gallon's balls? Well done to Slayer of Gods. I mean, please, everyone go over, subscribe. Tell him thank you so much for being part of this. Thank you for playing it up. I mean, the man has been playing it up on Twitter, on YouTube. He's been the ideal participant in this tournament, making it fun, putting on a great show, absolutely great entertainer, and is outrageously good at this game. I would hate to have gone up against him if he had the same account as me. I would have gotten absolutely demolished. I feel very confident in saying that. So let's please all thank him. And I think there's a chance he will be joining me and DLL and J-Nick here in just a minute. I believe that was the plan. Kabam DLL and Kabam J-Nick. So let's hold on. If there's any questions from the chat, I would love to take them. I think Slayer might be coming on. We'll see. We will see. For Loki for the win. Yeah, For Loki is doing very well, Manuel. For Loki is doing very well. Not surprising, I think. A lot of really good players in that alliance, and based on what I can see from our alliance score and our activity in our alliance chat, people are really enjoying their Battlegrounds. They're really, really enjoying their Battlegrounds. Anise, what's up? Thank you so much for being here. The knockout round. Yeah, that worked out well. Obviously, I didn't play that sweet, and I'm glad Mike was here because I really thought something odd happened there. So I appreciate Mike being there to let me know. I just didn't have enough harvest. I didn't feed my hungry man. That's a very hungry man. He didn't have his planets. I didn't expect him to gain mass, but he doesn't even have his planets, right? Hey, what is up, Ed? We got DLL and B McG and the Life of J-Nick. All amazing channels. Like, how am I so lucky to have so many awesome friends here? It is my stream, but I'm not the interviewer on this one, so I will turn it over to them. Thanks so much for being here.
I'll let one of y'all go first.
Yeah, I got a question. First of all, congrats. You absolutely killed that. That was super fun to follow. Notice in that last round, you had the opportunity to draft Bishop.
Yeah.
But you passed on him twice. Just curious, what was the thinking behind that one?
Hey, what's up, Slayer? My Slayer's here. That is him. I realize you probably didn't get to hear me, dude. Thank you so much for being a part of this. You put on a heck of a show. I've really appreciated what you're doing on Twitter, on YouTube. You've been so cool to work with, and I can't appreciate it enough more. I can't say enough words to say how much I appreciate your participation.
No problem, man. I was looking forward to getting my ass handed to me, and I'm glad that I did
Very
my duty.
I was actually saying that if our accounts were anywhere near comparable, I think you would have destroyed me. You would have destroyed me.
Nah, honestly, I took notes after each fight. I think like 80% of my deaths were just me not knowing anything about the game. Like, if I'm being entirely honest, I mean, I died the first fight because I don't know how to play APOC still, even though I have him in rank 5. I don't know how to fight Rintra. Round 2, I don't know how to fight Rintra. Second fight, I don't know how to, I used CGR and then died. And then the one time I beat you, it's because you choked. But I mean, I wrote down CGR's OP because that's, that's what happened. I completely choked on a Doom. I didn't know if Man Thing was immune to shock or not because I didn't watch Brendan's guide. Then I also wrote down that Galan took 53 seconds to get an Ultron down, and that's kind of slow.
Yes.
So I took note of that because Galan, CGR's better herald. Just kidding.
Hey.
And then finally I wrote down that Slayman seems like the easiest matchup, so that I have. So I'm really excited to have a a nice little interaction with Slay. But yeah, that was fun. I like realizing how little I know about the game. I definitely need to actually start looking at things more than just, using CGR against him. Except Rintra. I never use CGR against Rintra. That's not good.
No,
do that.
Yeah, that matchup is not built for success
at all.
I think we're going to try to out humble each other here, and I think people eventually just throw up and go away. You're incredibly humble. You're obviously an outrageously skilled player, and no, learning all that stuff, like literally everything you just said. If I streamed every Battleground matchup, everyone would have seen me make those exact same mistakes. Like it's just from playing. Like there's no other way to learn that stuff. So
right. I think you guys, you're just at such a tier where you just know more about the game and specific interactions, and you actually pay attention to champion abilities and stuff, and you don't forget a week after you do a video, but for me, I'm just here to blow stuff up with CGR, maybe get a meme like solo with Moon Knight every now and then. Like I'm just not as involved. I think people just overestimate because I'm a YouTuber, like they think I'm really good at the game or that I have a huge roster, and I just don't. I'm a pretty average player. I do like that I wasn't like I honestly thought I was gonna get stomped a lot more. I'm kind of glad that I gave you a run for your money a little bit.
Absolutely.
But not really. I mean, I don't know. It was just like for me, it was a very David and Goliath like situation.
Yeah.
But I like that kind of stuff. I love a challenge. So, I'm not like, I don't feel bad at all. If anything, I'm just excited that I have more to learn,
Couldn't agree with you more. And don't tell him, but I am hoping you kick the poop out of Slayline.
I will do my best. I will certainly try my hardest.
Well,
that.
I feel confident in saying almost all of us will be cheering for you. Just putting it out there. So
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I need the revenge after he no-scoped me on Fortnite. Definitely.
All right. So do you guys have any questions for Slayer? I don't know how long Slayer can stay or anything like that. So
No, it's fine. Okay. I got as long as y'all need me.
Cool.
Yeah, so I guess
go for it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, quick question. So I forget, how much War do you generally play?
I mean, none. I guess. I mean, I played like a few seasons ago, I guess, but I mean, just very casually. Ignore the voice crack. My alliance were like gold 2, like tier 2 to 3, like. We're not very competitive with it. I'm just not much involved with Alliance War. I kind of want to get back into it, but I don't know, it just stresses me out.
Yeah.
I can totally understand that. But that makes sense, because that was something that we were speculating about, was because, I mean, you say that you're an average player. I don't think that that's true. I think you're very skilled, but it did seem like there were things, especially Mystic Dispersion at 5 out of 5,
Right.
that
I
you
pushed
weren't
Man
used
King
to.
for special 3 because I didn't account for Mystic Dispersion. Yeah, you're right. It's something I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's just something that's like in our bones after a while, and so that's kind of interesting to see that.
Yeah, and you would start the fights with like the intercept, like the light attack to start, and in Battlegrounds and War, when the parry mastery is involved, you'll likely get parried. So,
Yeah. I like doing that. It's kind of fun to be like, haha, I get the first hit. You know, I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
any questions?
I wore a lot, just so I can answer too.
Yeah, but I am curious, Vega, for your Scorpion versus Thing matchup. Like, have you done that much before, or were you kind of trusting the cow?
I did, so it looked like a first time. Good. No, in fact, I was. So
I love you.
No, please, because this was far from a beauty contest. I was actually saying I'm pretty sure Scorpion's SP1 is 5 hits, which I believe it is.
Right.
But I forgot that 5 gets added on to the current amount of rock stacks. So I was like, oh man, I'm going to send them Unstoppable. And then at that point, I believe I said, I don't know, we'd have to replay it. I think I was like, I could still win this fight. I can still get Thing down. And I'll trust in Rintra, because Rintra is an absolute beast. And as Mike is saying, Scorpion's kind of amazing.
Yeah, kind of decent, I hear.
Yeah.
Slayer, how was fighting Rintra? Because you had to fight him twice, and then you banned him the next round.
Yeah, I forgot how much of a pain he is to fight. I usually just throw him and torch at him when I come across him in a cav EQ, and that's pretty much it. So
Yeah, fair enough,
I
man.
don't know.
Fair enough.
I tried to use CGR on him one time, and I got absolutely obliterated, and I learned my lesson since then. So I'm building a tier list of like every champion, and like if CGR, like how well CGR can like fight them, like excluding nodes and stuff, but just like the champion kit, and like threat level 10 at the top is just Rintra.
That sounds
the
about
ultimate, like you will not win. It doesn't matter. Like stuff like Magneto, like you can maybe get away with it. But like Rintra, no, you're done. Like you're going to die. So yeah, I was not excited to see him there, and I think that first encounter with Black Widow really nailed home my experience fighting him without a super optimal counter. So I don't know.
Yeah, and that I'm not doing the interview, but yes, I think having an optimal counter for Rintra is really important. At least for me, it is.
Right. I still don't know anything about fighting Rintra, so
Yeah.
that's the
More
funny thing. I came
knockdowns.
out of this, and I only learned how much I don't know. You know. So that's fun. I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm excited to like pivot from here and try to learn as much as I can and kind of rise to the occasion for the next fight, especially against Slayman. So
Absolutely against Slayman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Janik, I think you had a question earlier.
Yeah, just curious about the bishop, or I guess the lack of bishop picks, because we saw him pop up twice.
Yeah.
For Vega to draft, and you passed on him twice.
Yeah. I think honestly, when I stream, it's almost like a blur. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, totally fair.
Yeah, like it's weird. I'm in this like different headspace, and I know I was talking and trying to be funny and joke around, and so I don't know how intentional it was. Like I was just kind of building the deck.
Gotcha.
And that's a rank 4 Sig 200, I think, Bishop. It's either Sig 200 or
Imagine having a Sig 200 you're not sure about.
It's a Sig 1. I'm sorry, guys.
No.
Yeah, I apologize for disappointing everybody. It's only 180. But I wasn't seeing, and this is where I'm like, it might not make any sense. I didn't feel like I was seeing where I would use him on offense, which would be for me as if there was a mole man or a kingpin. Now maybe Slayer has him in his deck and I just missed it. But okay, so for where I would use him offensively, I didn't have that need. And my defensive options were, I also, let's be honest, guys. I think we're already saying Rintra 3 times. Like a Rintra was coming up. I was getting Fury coming up. Gallon came up. Like my draft or the RNG on which champions came up for me, it was like, oh, which amazing champion do I want to take? I'll take this one, like, so I think there was also just a lot of that involved too. It was less anti-Bishop.
It's interesting to hear you talk about Bishop primarily in an offensive lens, as someone who does not have Bishop and only ever sees him on defense.
Yeah.
I think I've also.
No, it would have. Sorry.
No, go for it.
It would have done you well to just throw Bishop on defense every round because I cannot fight him. So.
Well, if I had known how much you enjoyed Black Widow, I probably would have.
Right.
Oh.
No, yeah. Eternity of Pain taught me very well how bad I am at fighting Bishop. That CGR solo did not come easy.
Yeah. I love how you admit that stuff. Right? Like I think
I like showing that I die. Like I did like a death compilation for the Eternity of Pain Crossbones with my CGR solo attempts, and it was like 150 deaths or something like that.
Yeah.
And that took like a long time to clip down, but I think showcasing that stuff is important as a creator. Like you don't just want to try something 100 times and then personally anyway, you don't want to try something 100 times and then upload it and be like, yeah, first try, and like never clarify that it did take a lot of effort or anything. I think that's just like a sense of pride for me as well. Like it's not about like getting defeated, it's about like not quitting even though you're constantly getting stomped.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just I guess that's ironic as the person who just throws special 2s and does a lot of crit damage and stuff, all the time and just blasts through everything. Well, not everything, but
if it was easy,
you get my point.
If it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That shows you it's not easy, right?
Absolutely. Not that I'm a great player or anything, but I don't know.
All right. Anything else, guys?
No, I'm good. It was a fun match.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it was a very humbling, pretty fun experience. I don't know. I'm glad I got to fight you. That was pretty cool. You were on my to-do list for sure.
Absolutely, man. I'm really glad I'm glad you got 2 more matches, and I love to hear that you're like you want to kind of get better at this and keep going because as I was saying at the beginning of the stream, this is just the first tournament. I mean, it's a big deal. It's taken up a lot of time, and I could not be happier about it. But this is just the first one. We're going to be doing quite a few more if things go the way I want them to go. And you've been everything that I could ask for out of a participant. So thank you so much.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course. I think I might as well. I'm going to stay online for a little bit. Maybe do some AQ. Just kind of kick the MCoC ball around. So anyone that wants to hang out and chat or stream chat, let's have some fun. Yeah.
Sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and close off my stream, but thanks everybody for hanging around, and thanks to Janik and B McGee for chatting with me.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Absolutely. Thank you all you guys for doing that. I know that it takes time out of your schedule, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a blast.
I'm excited to listen back to the commentary. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't wait to watch your stream. Like I can't.
Oh God, yeah.
And then to watch the one that DLL and JNick and everyone put on. Like to hear that side of it.
I was just cracking jokes the entire time. I was just trying to make light of it.
You gotta have fun. You gotta have fun with it, man.
All about fun, yeah, for sure.
PWF is heckling me. That's my BG leader. AQ, what's that? I'm not intentionally forgetting. It's just a thing.
Oh, just joining? Is this the join screen?
Yeah. Hey, I live in California. It's only 9 o'clock here. It's only
brother. It's midnight. It's midnight out east.
Something I do.
So here's the
wanna
funny
add-
part. I haven't joined either.
Aha!
Oh yeah, I joined like an hour ago.
See, there it is.
Ellis.
I'm trying to remember what my lanes are.
Map 5 is very nice.
Um,
Something I do want to add before I go, I would love to see like a 3-star like Battlegrounds tournament. I think that'd be kind of interesting. Like it kind of put everyone on equal footing to an extent. I'm not sure if everyone has 3 stars ranked up. I have a lot of mine ranked up. I don't know. I just feel like
I have some very old 3 stars right now.
Really? Okay. I thought it was just kind of normal to just use your tier 3 alphas and stuff, like, or basics, or tier 3 alpha on 3 stars. Yeah, whatever. See, that shows what I know. I don't know. I feel like that'd make it a lot more skill based. It wouldn't be like a big roster difference as much as like just knowing about the game and like having an expansive roster. But like I said, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not shooting it down. I think it would be a cool thing.
Yeah.
And I do think that 3-star would be much better than 4-star because
Yeah.
then you're not using tier 4 class catalysts.
So
Absolutely.
you guys are hitting on something because I do want to make each tournament a little bit different. Like I'm intentionally calling this one the Illuminati Invitational, which will kind of just be this by, the group I called MCoC Illuminati. The next one I'm intentionally calling the Community's Choice, and I want to find a way to involve the community. I'm still kind of like playing around with that. Slayer, you'll see me start asking some questions as we get closer to the close of this tournament on like what people think they'd want to see for that. And then another one that I do want to do is kind of what you're saying, like a bit of a like leveling the playing field a bit more, because roster can make a massive difference, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But here's the thing is, and I also think, I don't know, maybe I'm just hopeful, maybe it's motivated thinking, that may attract some YouTubers who are not as interested in this one, who I think would love to see, right? But here's the problem that I keep coming up with is, I know that there's people who started playing the game like 2 years ago, a year ago, and they don't have their 3 stars ranked up. So it's like,
Right.
it doesn't mean it's a bad idea. It just means it's not the leveling of the playing field that I initially thought it would be. It could just be like, hey, who's got awesome 3 stars and who's ranked them up. And then, like you're saying, that investment of time and skill too. So I think there's something there. I'm just not sure what I think the right rule set is to, one, get people to want to play, because it takes time. Like I really do. I mean, I appreciate what you all are doing. And 2, that people will want to see. That's where I'm getting a little like, I'm just not sure. I'm really not. Fortunately, we've got time to figure it out. But I'm very, very open to the concept as a whole, for sure.
I think with enough like warning in advance too, like maybe announce it with the Community's Choice one. I
Yeah.
feel like people would build their 3-star rosters in preparation for that, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just throwing something at the board there, just throwing a dart.
Well, and I rank, so I might find that a lot of your war players, shoot, I'm a little distracted here, might be very interested in that, and it might not be much work for them because they've already ranked up all their 3 stars for dueling.
Right. Good point. Okay.
Like that's who I go to, my 3 stars. When I do a duel for a war fight, I go to my ranked up 3 stars. That's who I rank up, and I'll fight whatever 5 or 6 star I have at a good level.
And I interest you gentlemen in maxed 3 stars or rank 3 4 stars, because that's the other thing I do for dueling.
Is that about the same? Was it?
It's the same
rating?
challenge rating. It's a small stat advantage.
That would be like we may have just discovered it right there. Like all it was really going to take was getting like 3 or 4 smart players who are motivated to make it work. I think on a call that might be it right there.
But
Because
I think-
in my world of like, if everything goes to how I fall asleep at night and dream about this being as successful as possible, there's this one, there's the Community Choice, and like, I don't want to go too spoilery on it, but the community is going to be like the Grand Master. They're going to get to screw with the competitors or help out the competitors. It's going to be up to them. I just want to figure out how exactly to do that while still getting people to actually play in it. And then having that third one be more of a non-whale one. I don't know what the right term for it'll be, but like let's trim the fat. Let's trim the blubber. Maybe that's what it is. We trim the blubber. And then a fourth one, which is like you have to qualify for it. So like you had to have like made it a certain distance in those other tournaments. And the fourth one's kind of like the championship of the championship. That's my little dream.
Okay.
I like that.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah. Don't poop on my dream yet. Poop on it later.
Like the Grand Slam of Vega.
That's exactly it. Someone knows their sports.
I mean, something that immediately comes to mind is like deck induced bans. So like maybe the community could choose certain champions that are banned from each player's deck or whatever. I don't know, like, and you just remove them from your deck. Does that make sense?
I'd still be careful with that one.
Yeah, that's a bit. I know that is risky, and that's not a great idea. Maybe I don't know.
You're not the first person to say that, but it's like, you know, if somebody bans Reed from my deck and bans like Nick Fury from Nerd's deck, we have not suffered equal losses.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's kind of what goes into what Vega was saying, I think, where it's like the community screwing with you, you know? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It kind of forces
adapting. It is not surprising to me that DLL does not like that idea. And that just...
No, I don't like it either as someone who names one specific champ. I'm just throwing it out there because I think it's inevitable if it does happen. So, I don't know.
I think there's workarounds too, because obviously there's people who I really do want to participate. And if no one wants to play in it, then it's a terrible idea. It doesn't matter how much I like it. You know?
Fair enough.
Yeah. This fight always gives me a little trouble. There's something about her dive forward animation. Is that why she's so not easy to intercept with? But I feel like stand-up interception things are pretty safe with her. I feel like she dives down. Am I the only person that thinks this? There's got to be someone else out there. Anyone?
I know what you mean.
DMM?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Thanks. Don't worry, I'm not going to use it in a video later and be like, see? Evidence number one.
I was watching. I agree, for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I've been stewing a bit, Vega, and you said something earlier, and I like waited for an opportunity to respond to it. But you said you wanted to watch like someone's stream immediately after yours. That was the first thing I did after my stream ended, was watch your stream.
Oh, really?
To see, yeah, it was really interesting to see like both fights simultaneously, and it was like pretty perfect, like spot on in terms of timing for most of it, at least. But yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch.
I would think it would be a lot of fun. I'm glad you did enjoy it.
Yeah, you guys on call. You, Amanda, Slay. I can't remember who else was on.
Nerd.
Yeah, Nerd. Yeah. Your guys' commentary was really interesting.
Did you said we were spot on? There was a lot of trying to guess what you guys were thinking. Was that what you mean?
I meant like the timing. So like when DLL and I, like, the match starts at both streams, the match starts. You know what I mean? Kind of like that. But some of the commentary was not like trying to guess what I was doing. It wasn't insanely spot on because like they said I didn't have a counter to Sam Cap, but then I used Overseer. Mm-hmm. And I can't remember if I won that round. I think I did.
Was that the one where you did go to the SB3 and
yes,
or you didn't? There was one where you didn't, and I was really surprised.
I normally don't go for the special 3 because it takes too much time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but it makes sense against Sam.
Yeah, for Sam, I had to. Yeah, J-Nick dropped out.
Oh, yeah. If you're still there, buddy, thanks so much for being here. I'll DM him or something later. Good dude. Great dude. This one's always a tough one. Clown usually takes this one for me.
Just leave it for him.
Yeah, I know, but he has visual evidence of it now. I've always been like, he knows I go to bed early. Thing is, he lives on the East Coast and I live in California, so really I should not be relying on him to take fights late at night.
Well, that's fine because Clown never complains about IQ, so it's probably
Yeah, he loves it.
All right, I think I'm gonna hop off. Pleasure getting destroyed by you, Vega. Thank you, J-Nick, Brandon, and DLL for the commentary. Can't wait to watch that over and just watch myself die a million times again. That'll be fun.
yeah, man. Good luck next week.
You're awesome, dude. Thanks
Yeah.
so much for being here, Slayer. Really do appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thanks for inviting me, man.
Of course.
It was fun. Yeah, I'm excited to whoop Slayman next week. So yeah. All right, have a good night, everybody.
Later.
Later. Hey, so I know I'm bad at reading. Oh my god, I'm not even going to say how bad at reading I am right now.
That was funny.
You guys know what my mistake is? Can you guys tell already? Like what
I didn't watch, but
I thought my whiplash, or I thought my what the heck's the debuff that Spider-Man 99 and
Wither.
yeah, I thought my wither would help me with redouble determination.
Ah,
It doesn't. It doesn't help you with combat power, guys.
there's somebody who made a video about combat versus ability power.
Yeah.
Shameless self promo.
That was just Kabam propaganda. And now I've picked. Why did I pick Rintra? Gosh darn it! I'm gonna have to go back in with Rintra, huh? What am I doing? There are people who don't love
Trying to move it
EQ.
up.
There are. I know, but I need him for my section 3. This is how I end up spending items in AQ. It's so annoying. Because I'm just like, I just want to not do it. Okay. I'm not going to have to use Rintra. So what did you guys think of the match? Do you guys have any other questions or anything?
To be fair to DLL, I was the one who pointed out that you didn't look very familiar with Scorpion versus Thing. He was just the one kind enough to ask the question.
No, you should. That's part of doing the interview. And I won. If I had lost, I might have been a little bit more like, you know what, guys? Like, you guys can.
Probably would have been a little slower to ask. Like,
Yeah.
do you regret trusting the cow?
Yeah. No, I just go for it.
As soon as you picked Scorpion for Thing, I was like, is he testing?
Oh no, I've used that matchup before. Did I have other good options?
I don't recall.
I don't think
Sure,
I
you did. So, like, that's kind of the thing.
And like,
And then we also just guessed you were trusting the Moo Man.
yeah, you gotta have faith in the mad cow. You know.
Yeah.
And you guys probably didn't catch the very beginning of my stream. Well, you couldn't hear it. That's the one thing I don't like. Is you can't hear the people. Is I very specifically started off my stream by saying, because I just it was the truth, and I was having fun hyping myself up. Is I'm like, I play ugly. Like, this is not going to be a beauty contest. Like, compared to the other fights you guys have seen, this is going to be ugly because I believe that my opponent will have to take a long time to defeat my defenders, and so I go into almost every fight with that attitude. If it takes me a minute, 15, it's fine. Because I more often than not 70%, not 80%, but like 51% of the time, I come out with a win. So that's really my attitude. That's probably why I never even considered Bishop, any of that stuff. Because for offensive use for me, he's very, very specific. And then defense, like, he's a good defender, but and like, I'll just be honest, like, I don't think they're not hiding the ball or anything. There's nothing mean about this. And I was Slayers or whatever too. Once I saw his deck, I was like, oh, okay. I did not realize the disparity in our decks. And so once I saw it, I kind of recognized that. And so that just furthered I don't need to play perfect here. He's an amazing player, but there's only so much one can do with that deck disparity.
And honestly, that's exactly why I was curious about the Bishop thing after Beeb brought it up.
Yeah.
Is because, like, I'm so used to seeing Bishop on defense that I'm constantly clocking Bishop counters.
Yeah.
And like
Oh.
I was looking through his deck and it was like I don't see Captain Sam, I don't see Guardian, I don't see Surfer, and like I wouldn't expect him to use CGR on that, or if you did have him use CGR on that, it wouldn't be a guaranteed win and you might be pulling him away from another fight. So that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's see that Red Goblin Special 2 decks. Never mind, it's the cow.
Yeah. I just like, I hate using items on AQ, and yet I probably use more items in AQ than literally anything else. Now, part of that's because we do it so frequently.
Yeah.
But the cow just saves me so many items in this section. Because
You
I
just healed up like 10%.
Yeah, and I'm usually doing it like right now. Like we're trying to get ready for bed, and like my wife's like, we just turn off the lights, and I'm like I have to finish my path. Like I can't just let Clown do everything.
Yeah, I hear you.
Slayer, once I got matched with you, and you said it was going to be the fight of the week, I was like, he had no idea. I still used 5 stars. I didn't, Slay. It's but I watched your videos, and I'm like, this guy's an outrageously skilled player. Ephraim, I was able to vanquish Slayer tonight.
That was one thing we did kind of point out was the roster difference.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who said it in chat, but they said anyone's roster compared to yours is, small.
Well,
But like, while that's kind of true, but it's like Slayer had 5 stars in his deck, and most people in the tournament, I shouldn't say like most, but I would say a majority don't have 5 stars.
Right.
And it's not a knock on anybody. It's just different, different players of the game. It's the, beauty of the game. But yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Like the point when we were talking about that, like I said, it was like, my roster next to yours is small, but I'm not using 5 stars. I'm picking which 6 stars to cut.
Yeah.
And anyone who, and I realize people are probably just being hyperbolic. Is that a word? I believe it's a word. Or using hyperbole. Because if anyone's seen Yusafa's roster, then they know mine looks small.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always a bigger fish.
OG Highline pointed out something, saying how good of a sport Slayer is, and I totally agree there. Like, if I had lost against DLL earlier, sorry for the spoiler, like, I would have had a tough time joining Call, because I would have been bummed out. That's just how competitive I am. And Slayer was raiding Call, and he was all giddy and, excited just to be a part of it, and it's awesome to see.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't agree more. And he's also been amazing at, like, tweeting, promoting the whole tournament, other contestants. Like, he actually listed every single person that's competing. He spelled Felganos' name wrong, which to me was like the cherry on top of it all, right? Like, I was like, I hope he did that on purpose. And I am already like, we've got to get this guy in more. Like, so he's so good for the community. He produces great content. He's entertaining. He's an amazing player. Like, I need this guy in more tournaments. So, Carl, what's up, my friend? What's up, Vega? BDL, how'd it go? It went. I had fun. I did end up beating Slayer. Even with equal walkers, you're too kind, Slayer. You're too kind. You and I together are gonna make everyone throw up and be like, these guys are disgusting. PWF, I see your roster next to Yusafa's every time I go to our spreadsheet. Well, PWF, you are a known sea life aquatic animal yourself, my friend. Thank you, Amanda. I don't know what else to do. I think we're out of things.
I mean, there's always Act 8, but...
Is that a thing? Did that come out today?
Knock out a path of Act 8, Cavalier 1? Or Cavalier EQ 1?
EQ? Yeah, because I'm kind of having fun hanging out. Are you guys hanging out for a little bit, or you guys got to go?
I can stay.
I can chill for a little bit.
All right.
Yeah. I was making a joke that the new chapters pretty easy from what I've heard.
Well,
I understand the joke, but it took me
Yeah.
long enough to catch it that it wouldn't have been funny for me to laugh at it anymore. So I apologize.
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah, it's okay. It was a pretty bad one.
friendly match? Oh yeah, let's do some friendly matches. Anyone want to do friendly matches? And crickets.
After watching that,
Good dog. Thanks for being here, friend.
Battlegrounds out right
Thanks,
now.
man. Anyone in the chat?
I'll
wanna
do
go?
one, Vega.
Yeah. Maybe do a couple rounds of that and then call it a night. Mhm. What's up, Aiden? I got to get the server tournament matchup in soon. Whoever I'm playing against, and I mean that because like I was knee deep in COVID, tagged me I think on Monday or Sunday and was trying to schedule it, and I was like, I can't process this right now. Infamous, whatever. Just said. I don't know if we're friends.
You only have 39 friends on your friends list?
Yeah.
I feel so bad removing people as friends in game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had the same people on my friends list for like 3 years now, and I don't even talk to them anymore, but
Yeah, I removed like 5 people before my match with B, and I was like,
yeah.
I haven't talked to any of these people in at least 2 years. I don't think they play the game. These are all dead accounts, but it still felt bad.
Yeah.
And like for me, some of these people, I actually don't even know. And I mean this in a kind way. I have no clue who they are. They won various like giveaways and things like that, and so I would say I needed to be friends with them in game to do it. It was like must have been like when gifting was around.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Egatron hopped on. I'll go ahead and match Egatron.
I offered as well. I don't know if you heard.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you? Here, so I'll play against Egatron, and then DL. If you're still around, we'll do one.
Sure. I mean, no pressure either.
Okay.
I do want to say this tournament's been a lot of fun so far.
Amen.
I'm glad you guys are enjoying it.
I think it's a great way to get more people interacting with each other, which is something I think the community really needed. MCoC has never really been good for collaboration videos or streams until Battlegrounds came out, in my opinion. So it's just cool to see it being used that way.
I'm slightly offended on behalf of Incursions for you, but like, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Incursions is cool because like some of the tournaments are interesting, but yeah,
Its day will come again.
I hope so.
Hey, when did I draft Tiger?
Chuckle.
Both of you.
When did I draft Tiger? I didn't even see me do that. That's pretty cool. Did you guys see me draft Tiger? Obviously you did. I always do that, like I'm bewildered, and I'm like, did you guys see the... Everyone's like, yeah, we did. Like, yeah.
I did that when
It happened. We were watching, therefore.
Yeah. We saw it.
I did that, but opposite. I saw DLL had negative after I placed Man-Thing on defense in round 1. I was like, oh, where'd that guy come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of curious about that because I was like, is he like baiting my read?
That's what I wanted to do. I was like, yeah, I'm going to bait your read so I can place Doom later. And then he threw negative down. I'm like, where'd he come from?
That's kind of what I was wondering because I was like, I mean, I can use read for this, but then I have negs for Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that actually makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
What geez, I'm getting tired. I can't even remember the question I wanted to ask. Yeah, forget it. What were we just saying? Something about incursions?
I just said its day will come back or come again.
Yeah.
And then we chuckled.
And then we all laughed. Like, oh, no, it never will. Okay. Beat available incursions should have been updated in the past year and a half. It wanted some love. It needs some love. It needs a little bit of love. Sheesh, what should I do? I'm sure.
Sounds like victim blaming to me, Peter.
Yeah, PWF. It's not Incursion's fault. Maybe you should show it love, and then everything would be all right. This is why Vega at night should never happen. Because I've not been... Oh, I should pick an attacker. I gotta pick an attacker.
As DLL is also more likely to have had some beer and egg you on.
Yeah, exactly. And I have had only water to drink. And I didn't even have my Dayquil today. So this is just me. I'm at 9:40 at night. The lights are on, but no one is home.
Different kind of loopy.
Yeah. Hopefully I can show people why I like Penny Parker for Nick Fury. Let's see. You know what? Dot was saying that they only do one SB2 into the SB1 into the SB2. And
That's what I do, yeah.
Really? And that's enough?
You have to make sure it takes her over a bar.
Let's see if I can do that. Takes her over a bar or Fury over a bar?
Fury.
Okay. Like, I should have thrown it then?
Yes. You can. I actually usually throw it because of her power gain. I usually throw it for the first bar of power, but with Fury, this special 2 might be more optimal.
Okay, but I should be fine now, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Because see how that gave you the extra, I think it's an extra 4.
Yeah. And this will finish him off, huh?
I believe so.
Will you look at that?
That's so impressive.
Wonders never cease. I like her even more now.
She's so good.
Egatron, if you're there, homie, is that a rank 5? That's got to be a rank 5-star, right?
Yeah.
Woo! I've been throwing
50
two.
seconds.
I've been throwing 2 SB1s, so I've been making that fight take another 30 seconds?
Probably at least 15, 20, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
I really need to rank Penny up.
All the infamous Iron Man synergies are out, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's gonna give her shock instead of incinerate or something like that.
Yeah, but only if immune. It's not a replacement unless they're immune.
Yeah.
They have to be immune. All right.
And it works for both of them. It's a beautiful synergy because it basically means that the only characters they can't take are another infamous Iron Man or Icarus.
What's up, Savage? Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you subscribing on 2 accounts just so you could write a message, dude. That's awesome. DL had next, right? Yeah, DL or Infamous. Infamous, isn't it 1 in the morning for you? I'm bad at math.
Yeah, it's almost 1 in the morning. It's 12:47 here.
Jeez. That's awesome. I remember when I used to do that.
Yeah, I have class in the morning.
I hope Egatron places Nimrod because I really want to practice Tiger versus Nimrod. Let's see if they are listening.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Scorpion.
That's a mole fight.
Yeah. Let's give him...
he got nerfed. He can't do it.
Give him the Doom.
Yeah, it's a pity he stinks.
Yeah.
Don't egg me on. I will make him look bad on purpose. I will do it. Savage, thank you so much, my friend. I felt I might have been some disappointments and rushes somewhat developed if you're able to. To do a friendly?
You're gonna be on all night.
Yeah. Shoot. And you did send a super.
I can bow out and do it later.
Yeah, but no more, okay, guys? I really appreciate it. I love the idea. But I'm going to have to sign off in a little bit here.
And yes, Highline. The Nick Fury counter requires a duped penny. Sorry, we missed that the first time.
See, look, he's terrible. Look at this. In all seriousness, what should I have? How should this fight go? I'm trying to. I don't really want to lose the True Strike.
Yeah, you stay out of Frenzy, and then I think you just go for Special 2s.
Yeah, because he's shock immune.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always forget his immunities because they can switch so much on attack.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, that was kind of an interesting. I haven't fought Scorpion much, so that animation was a little tricky.
I think Bulwark's one of my favorite metas that we've seen so far.
It's been my favorite for sure.
Is there a way to... so, like, Scorpion Sense is up right now. There's no way to... Does it have a cooldown?
There's that timer, but no, not really. I can actually say things like this now. That's so liberating.
It's cool.
The idea is to literally like make it so that you use a skill champion with an evade counter and purify, or you use someone who gets extra combo, which lives almost entirely in skill.
One more time. I'm sorry. Can you explain to kind of get around Scorpion Sense? What was it?
Right. The idea is that you either use somebody with an evade counter and some kind of purify or poison immunity. So Mole Man, She-Hulk, Shang-Chi, those are like ideal on one level. Or you use somebody who can get extra combo. So think your Squirrel Girls, your whatchamacallit, your Valkyries.
Black Cat.
Yeah, exactly.
You should you should buff Night Thrasher and give him Purify. Change the Purify in his sig to either champ getting knocked down. Then he'll be great for Quicksilver and Scorpion.
And that totally won't break any hazard shift interactions or anything, right?
No, not at all. You should do it.
Hold on, let me make sure. Savage Phenom, did you send over a friend invite, bud? If you're there, go ahead and send one over. We'll do a friendly. It'll be fun. DL, just in case anyone doesn't know. OG Highlands Off to Bed. Thanks so much for being here, my friend. We got some great streams tomorrow too. At this is all Pacific Standard Time, 4:00. Usafa versus Egatron, and then at 8:30, B Manny versus Dick 136. Those are going to be some awesome matchups. I can't wait to commentate on those. The DL, it's out there. It's out in the public. DLL is Kabam DLL. It's not a joke. The man, they realized like he is the smartest man in the battle realm. We need him to design champions for us, and they were able to snag you, which is a great hire for Kabam. Congratulations, my friend.
Yes, congrats, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, or before, I can't remember when I said it. You're one of the few players who truly understands intent. So, I think you're gonna, do very well at what you do.
Thanks, man. It's such a fun job. Like, honest, there's so many things that I can't talk about, obviously, but like, I can say that like just the other day we were doing, like the whole team were doing an overview of a character that's not coming out for months and months, but like early sketches, right? And one of the designers basically called it because they're like, hey, I have a lot of ideas. I think some of them are bad, and I want to talk about them. And then we basically sat there for an hour and we talked about the ideas and why we thought some of them were bad. But then like that crystallized so many things, and like I feel like we all learned a little bit from each other by like putting the thoughts and stuff out there. It's just it's a blast. It is exactly what Zero said, where he was like, if you like talking about the game at this level, apply to Kabam.
Are you trying to make us jealous? Is that the goal?
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding, man. I could not be happier for you. Like,
it sounds like the dream, dude.
yeah, like if what we're doing right now paid me well enough to do it full time, like
Yes.
that's basically what it sounds like you're doing. Like,
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
No, go for
I
it.
work in a collaborative environment as well, or kind of how do you say it? Like makes people want to be collaborative, but there's also people who get very overconfident and not open to other people's ideas because they think their way is the best way.
Yeah.
And that's a shame and you know,
Yeah,
know,
that was
and-
definitely
yeah.
something they were looking for in the interview process. I can tell it was a theme where it's like, you have to be okay being told, like, hey, that thing you just got excited about is a bad idea and we shouldn't do it, and here's why.
yeah, yeah, that happens where I work. I'm low on the totem pole currently, but if I have an idea and I say something, it's like, oh, that's not how I do it, so I'm going to do it my way. And then, even if my way was, you know, a good way, I have no
Yeah,
input.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it sucks, but you know, yeah. So it just sounds like a good work environment that you guys all learn from each other. You know, being told, yeah, that idea is bad, but we can learn from it. I don't
For
know.
sure.
So, Savage Phenom has a heck of a roster.
It looks like it.
I am seeing that.
Are they running the recoil tree?
I'm wondering the same thing. There was I can't think of exactly what, there was a couple things in their deck that made me think they might be. Also, the PI on these champions is making me wonder.
Yeah, the PI on the Diablo caught
Be
my eye.
a rank 4 though, because my Hulkling is a rank 4 Sig 200. I'm not running recoil,
Yeah.
obviously. This is a menacing lineup of champions.
I have seen some recoil tree friendly decks actually work.
Yeah.
I matched somebody in the gladiator circuit who was running recoil, and I didn't have any mutants on my deck, and they placed Elsa, and I didn't know that they were running the recoil tree, and I was obliterated, sent to the Shadow Realm.
I have a short coming out tomorrow that you will appreciate. But yeah, Larson, check out my video from this morning. It's a plug, but I intentionally scaled back the ads on it. It is meant to inform.
Hey, if you don't plug your videos, who else is going to, right? I mean, I do my best, but for the most part, you got to plug your stuff. That's why it's part of why you're on call. And Lemmy, I'm sorry, I just didn't see, but I actually hadn't even intended to do. I got to pick a champion. Scorpion will work. Okay. Shoot, that stinks because I think Savage would probably beat me here even without me not paying attention. So Scorpion's fine. Probably would have picked him. Knight, Amanda, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being on call earlier too. Peter, if you're expecting everyone to underestimate Nick, I think that's going to happen. I also think everyone's going to underestimate B Manny. I don't think people, because he doesn't put a lot of time into his channel, I think people don't realize, like, I probably should not have done that. Come on.
I feel like everyone's going to get underestimated in, like, you know, some regard.
Yeah. One thing I had somebody say that earlier about this tournament, where it's like they've been exposed to new YouTubers that they've never heard of and they really like. Like, one person specifically called out they weren't familiar with Infamous's channel. Now they are. And I think that's been a really cool thing. And I know on the flip side, I remember early on you said something about, like, you know, people are going to lose to players where they may not know their names, and if you tell somebody else, hey, I lost to this person, they'll have no idea what that means, and they're like, cool, you lost a Battlegrounds match. But for those of us who know, it's like, oh yeah, that makes total sense, they're a monster. And that's like half the tournament.
like Nerd.
Yup.
Nerd. It's probably long enough time has gone by. He beat Suida. Okay, I'm obviously not going to live here. He beat Suida.
I didn't know that.
It was an amazing matchup. I think Suida's going to plan a video. I don't know. With 8.1 coming out, stuff's just getting crushed. Like, I soloed this Dragon Man with Quicksilver, and I thought it was going to do very well. I didn't necessarily think it would like skyrocket, but I thought it'd do well. And it's like my worst performing video by a significant margin out of my last few. So I can imagine Suida is just like, look, do I really want to edit through all this and put it out there or not when on 8.1? And is crushing everything. So, but nerd side of it is so cool. Doink. I'm sorry, I'm not giving you a better matchup, Savage. You'd have handled me anyway, I think, for sure. So,
I do think that's such a cool aspect of this tournament is, the community finding other parts of the community that they aren't familiar with.
yeah, that also lets me know that people are listening to when I request that, like, please go subscribe. Please check out these people who are competing. These are great channels. These are great people. And that's the best way you can thank me for the tournament is by going and showing them that it was worth their time, So that I'm really excited to hear that.
Was that a full null special 1 dex?
I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about it.
It looked like it. That was pretty nice.
Oh, man.
I don't know that I've done that before. Maybe like once.
I don't think I've ever tried.
And that's why.
Yeah. I normally always push him to a special too.
That's some pretty fancy footwork, though, and I had reverse controls on. I was impressed.
I was thoroughly impressed.
I impressed myself. Is Scorpion any good? Oh, she highlighted. Go to bed. So you guys now know the joke about is Scorpion good? B, now that you've listened to the stream. Or you probably wasn't relevant. At some point I started talking about Scorpion, and I just kept talking about how I
heard.
Okay. No, let me tell you again. Anyways, I just kept talking about Scorpion, and then so they started making fun of me, rightfully so. And I was like, look, I'll ask the audience if Scorpion's good. We'll put up a poll, and so we had fun with that.
Yeah.
And
the first thing I did watching it back was, have the volume up, and just the amount of Scorpion action was just ridiculous.
You guys really were Scorpion happy. You really were.
He's so versatile.
Yeah.
Spin, you should be on a call too, man. We're signing off, but you should have been on a call. It's been so awesome to hang out with. BK, I was able to win. Against Slayer. Slayer put on a great show though. Kingpin's a monster. Is Sub-Zero good? I don't. Hopefully, DL designs a Scorpion for us. There's probably a really smart call, and this probably isn't it, but I'm going for it.
No, that was a smart call.
Yeah, but Gallon doesn't have an anti-miss, does he? Or no, he does get like a true sense on his special one, right?
Yeah, but you don't want to hit Kitty, I don't think.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't. That'd be hilarious.
I usually use I-Bomb because in the Mystic Dispersion War Tactic era, that was a common matchup I had to take was I-Bomb versus Kitty.
Really?
Yeah, his crit rate is super low, yeah.
Well, hopefully I play this well and it doesn't matter.
It'll be interesting to see how Gallon does here.
I can't believe they took his Chupa Chup from him, man. I'm like really pissed off about it.
His planets are gone.
They are. Like, what the hell, man? That's like his whole thing.
And then Kitty doesn't go invisible. That's nice.
Why did I throw a special? What am I doing? This whole no Chupa Chup thing is really throwing me off.
Man, I have said that so many times in Battlegrounds over the last... Why did I do that?
Oh, yeah. All right. Can she hold block, please? Thank you, Kitty. Let's see if that's enough. I think it will be. Bye, Kitty.
She has a tiny health pool.
Bye.
Yeah. That's insane.
She's a bad kitty. See, he's trying to get his Chupa Chups back. Does anyone know what a Chupa Chup is? Or are people like, what the hell is this guy saying?
No.
Oh my god, they're lollipops. And
okay, I was guessing like jawbreakers.
Yeah. You guys are like, why is this old man saying Chupa Chup? Oh my god, I should go. Were there any other matchups, or is Infamous still here?
I think you should go a little bit longer for Vega After Dark.
Thank you. I knew OG Highline would know what I was talking about. Thank you.
Love it.
Gallon looks like the Captain Crunch. Oops, all the berries. Infamous, if you want to do one matchup, let's do it, buddy. And then I should go. Dum Dums, that's another good one. Thank you. All right, now you're really gone, OG Highland. Hey, congrats. I was out with COVID, dude. So everything was like, but I hope you all had a hell of a weekend. I hope you guys had a blast. I think I saw some of the stuff on Instagram and whatnot. That looked awesome. Just mother. This is my last one though, dude. My B McG and DL are egging me on, and it's getting ugly. It's getting ugly.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like today. I almost felt like nothing was ever wrong. So I feel like
Nice.
Savage. Great fights,
That's
man. Really great fights. That was awesome. You got a great account there. Heck of a player. That was fun. Thank you for doing it. All right. So we'll do one against Infamous. I wonder if we're already friends. Fusky's so awesome. So that's one of those. I got the message from Fusky while I was sick, and I happened to see it since I looked at my friend. I never look at my friends list, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's right." He wrote me while I was sick, and I just forgot to write back. Fusky's a great dude. There's the Infamous. I feel like I'm giving away all my secrets, though. Slaymon and MP Blaze are probably taking notes. They're my opponents in Group A. It's got to beat one of them.
Yeah, that's freeing.
Yeah, sorry, DL.
Very
Nuts.
Getting that first win just is like, it's like at the World Cup, you know, when they talk about it. Like, all right, let's let him use his Sam cap.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Archangel. There is a torch, though. I've watched his stream so many times, you'd think I would know this already. I hate Black Widow Deadly Origins. And Hyperion. Oh, I didn't get Hyperion in time, so who did I ban? I didn't want to ban Doom. I kind of wanted my Doom. That sucks. All right.
Moo.
Yeah, I gotta go Moo Man and Killmonger. There was a real lack of Killmonger tonight.
Yeah, he was banned
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
every
Man.
time.
You can't be doing that.
I have to.
Yeah, that's true. It was a good play.
If I wanted a shot, I had to.
BK, yeah, I did technically never test positive, but it felt like COVID, and my daughters tested positive. So we just kind of like assumed. Pay attention. Why am I not paying attention?
Well, if this, then that.
Yeah, it was one of those scenarios. Hopefully one of my my tech champs comes in and does me a solid. And then I'm gonna need Scorpion or someone to take out his Moo. And then I need Gallon for his Penny. I have a lot of things I need.
Oh, he banned Gallon.
What a jerk. All right. We got a Mega Sentinel. And I think I want to practice negs. I need to get a lot better at Mr. Negative. If I want to do better in Battlegrounds, I have to get better with him. It is like
Me too.
a must. Thanks, BK. Everyone's doing well. I appreciate it. Everyone's doing well. Everyone's fully vaccinated, and it's not fun, but I'm doing this, and Sunday was the first day I felt sick, so everyone's doing pretty well. You use Warlock for Penny. Yeah, I've heard that. Sure. Oh, I'm up. Hulkling.
Yeah,
You guys-
Pony, in the middle of a Battlegrounds matchup, people can't really answer rank up questions. Like it's nothing personal. It's adding a lot of factors into a situation where you're considering a lot of factors.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw out his Sam Cap. Because without my Gallon, I don't really want to fight Sam Cap. And he probably heard that. Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it. But I don't really have an option for this Killmonger, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
Falcon's decent.
Yeah, I'm going to get smoked, though. Let's see. Sorry, Powerful. I understand why DLL gave the answer he did. We'll try to check it out before we sign off. Appreciate your patience.
Yeah,
DLL,
I'll answer it in a second. But yeah, what's up?
were you surprised not to see my Super Scroll at all?
Nah.
Okay, good. Yeah, people in my stream were asking me, they're like, "You gonna bring out Super Scroll this time?" And I was like, "No, there's like no showbiz going on at all. Like I'm playing by the book."
I mean, you saw my deck. I had
Yeah.
like you weren't going to ban Rintra because you had Rintra. You saw that I had Hood, and Hood isn't worth banning. But like, yeah,
Yeah. I personally prefer Scroll for attack, not for defense at all.
yeah, I can buy that.
That's
Plus,
on me, not the...
Venom Pool eats Super Scroll alive. There's currently a bug with the way Super Scroll functions where you can get 5 regens and credit for eating 5 buffs at once.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Excellus clearly knows what I'm talking about. In AQ, I have that fight, and I usually finish it always at 100% health, but like with 15 or 16 Furies or something stupid.
That's crazy. I was really impressed by your takedown of my Darkhawk with Venom Pool.
Thanks, man. That wasn't nearly fast enough, but
Was he in your deck solely for my Darkhawk?
he's there for Warlocks as well.
Oh, that makes sense.
Although I actually dropped him for Crossbones because clearly I
Yeah.
need a backup thing counter.
Yeah.
But that was kind of my logic, is that I tend to have enough Warlock counters, and Crossbones could also take Darkhawk in a pinch.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So if I had gone 19 seconds faster and retained about 70% more health, I would have totally won that one.
Man, off stream, I am playing the least interesting game of Magic the Gathering ever. For those of you who know what it means, my opponent has not played a creature.
I'm gonna try to crawl out of this hole that I've dug for myself. I'm gonna crawl back out. Oh, I guess I'm not. No, I am. There's a strategy. There's a strategy here. There's a strat. I hate that the strategy requires me to take explosive personality, but you can get the fight done so quickly if you do it. Well.
Yeah, I got to rush 8.1 pretty quick here. Nerd just finished his exploration.
I saw that. I also have to rush.
Yeah.
I face him on Sunday.
What was that for the server one?
Mm-hmm.
I still have to match with IP.
Alright, you know what? I will face literally anyone else. God, I hate these people. Sorry.
You know what? I actually messed this up. I forgot that his SP2, when unblockable, it triggers the node. Let's hope for good art. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, that should have gone a lot faster. I should not have thrown his SP2 while unblockable. Then it wouldn't have triggered the node. Nerd's already done. Congrats, Nerd, if you're listening there. He's probably asleep. PWF 8.1, 100% trying to avoid spider-like and invisible traps. That sounds like a good time that I will be delaying as long as possible. I think Simula did a great video on it, right? Breaking down that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fun one.
Pulled Rolk. I have Morningstar, Guardian, Secret Supreme, and Gwenpool. I was should I rank any of them? I think Rolk, Guardian, and Symbiote Supreme are all worthy of ranking at that level, like of account, right? I mean, they're all good in general, but I think those would see you through for a while. Great match, Infamous. Clean my clock, my friend. Well done. Do you guys agree with that? Rolk, Guardian, Symbiote. I think Guardian's still
can't
good.
really go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right, everybody. I had an absolute blast. It is way past my bedtime. Or time to start getting ready for bed. Got to put this old man away. And thank you so much, DLL, J-Nick, B McG, Slayer of Gods, and so many more for all participating in this, making sure it was fun in the chat and in the voice. Thanks, guys, for doing the commentary. Let's go B and then DLL. I'll let you guys sign us off for the night.
Thanks for having me on stream with you, and thanks for running this tournament again. I'm going to keep thanking you till it's over with.
Thanks.
It's just been so much fun, and interacting with people more has been a lot of fun. Getting everyone out of their shell.
Absolutely.
Yeah, huge agree. Just thanks for running it.
Absolutely. Thanks for being part of it, guys. All right, everybody. You all take care. We'll see you tomorrow for some more action. Take care.